Hello, welcome to Irish Football Fan TV. This is the player ratings. Republic of Ireland 3, Latvia 2. Yeah, look, 2 moments of madness that really you're looking at it and you're thinking we have to stop conceding goals like this, shots from distance and not getting out and closing down quick enough. And it's really affecting us in terms of, the fans will be nervous now any time a player is around the edge of the box taking shots because we're so used to conceding those types of goals. Players not closing down quick enough, as I say. But look, we'll get into the player ratings. Queven Keller, I don't know whether to give him a 5 or a 6. I'm going to be giving him a 6. I'd like to see the goals back just to see if he was at fault for maybe that first one because he wasn't far out and he would have saw it the whole way in. But I'm not a goalkeeper, so I don't know whether or not that determines whether he should save it or not. But from where I was looking, I thought he could have maybe got a hand to it. But anyway, that's what I've gone with Queven. Then in the back three, I thought we got a bit bullied at the back, to be honest. I think Andrew Omabamidele has had better games, and he will have better games. It's just the big centre forward looks like he was kind of bullying him a bit. And if you're thinking of him coming up against Giroud at the weekend, or Monday, you'd be kind of worried. So it was good that John Egan came off the bench for him and kind of helped him out there. So I'm going to give Andrew a 6. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 6. I don't think he was really at fault for anything, but he got bullied a little bit. But he wasn't horrendous or anything like that. Then moving on, Darrow Shea. I didn't think he had a particularly good game. And then heading the ball out with the lads at the edge of the box there, I just thought he could have maybe just put his head up and had a look. But again, he wasn't awful, but just a few errors, a few mistakes, giving the ball away a couple of times in possession in decent areas where he could have done better. But look, again, he'll have better games. It's just a one-off, but wasn't woeful. So look, I don't want to be hammering players because look, we won the game in the end, and it was 2 goals kind of out of nothing just before half-time. Otherwise, we kept them quiet. But yeah. Then Nathan Collins, a 5. It's just his quietest game so far. It looked like he's just lacking a little bit at the moment in terms of his fitness. He just looked a bit tired at times. I remember Alan Brown got the ball on the right hand side there at one stage, and Collins let him have it and just kind of looked like he was puffing for a breath. But yeah, he just looked tired, a little bit jaded maybe. Long season for him, even though he's been in and out of the team. But maybe that was the blowout he needed to just get himself going. So yeah, that's the back three. Then Callum O'Dowda, I gave him a 7. He took his goal well, looked good on the ball, and defensively was sound enough, I thought, from where I was watching. So yeah, hopefully he can add more goals to his game and getting forward into the box like he did, and being a nuisance. So yeah, I've given him a 7. Then on the other side, I've given Doherty a 6. I think he was involved with both goals, was good during that spell, kind of fizzled out, but that's to be expected. He hasn't played that much football. Looked good, captain the side tonight, well, fair play to him, and hopefully that's kind of just a little bit of a sharpener now going into the game against France. He'll train well now and then take a bit of momentum hopefully into the French game here next Monday. Then in midfield, I have Alan Brown there. Just didn't think he really affected the game that much. Probably not used to playing that kind of Josh Cullen role, which he looked like he was playing. So look, I'm going to give him a 6. Just don't think he was woeful. Don't think he was amazing either. I think he's had better games. I think he will have better games. So again, a 6 for him. Jason Malumbi 6.5. Thought he done well in terms of winning tackles, getting us forward, being the energy. He was involved in the second goal. Yeah, just for me, I think Malumbi showed why he was in there today and showed why he's starting to establish himself as a team, one of the first names of the team sheet, maybe ahead of Jeff Hendrick. So yeah, well done to him. Then Will Smallbone, I gave a 7 to. Thought he was probably the man of the match. Involved the first 2 goals. Looked sharp every time he was on the ball. He was creating nice angles out on the right hand side and whipping in nice balls. Lovely cross for Callum O'Dowda's goal as well. So I think yeah, it was a nice welcome to him to international football, just to see how he gets on. So yeah, well done to him. Evan Ferguson, give him a 7. Maybe the goal just gives him an extra kind of point there. Look, he wasn't electrifying or anything like that, but he done things effectively, and when he got on the ball he got the crowd going, so you got to give him that. And I think obviously he took his goal well, and that's the sign of a good striker. Maybe wasn't really overawed by the occasion, but at the same time he took his goal well when he wasn't particularly, he was only kind of getting warmed up and kind of getting into the game, kind of getting a bit of a feel for the game and a few touches here and there. So yeah, look, great to see him on the score sheet with a 7, and I've given Michael Ogbene a 6. But look, I thought he actually looked quite sharp on the ball, but maybe just chances didn't really fall from him in the box. And if he had got a goal, maybe I'd give him a 7 or a higher rating, you know. So, yeah, I think Ogbene, the minutes would do him well. Then going on to the subs, I mean, Mikey Johnston, I thought he was like I could argue he was man of the match when he came on. He immediately picked up the pace, ran at them, was skillful, creative, and really scared them. He was involved with the third goal by hitting the post, and he probably should have had a goal towards the end. It was brilliantly blocked by the Latvian defence. So yeah, I think it was a good debut for him, and I think that he really excited the Irish fans. So yeah, good for him. I'll give him a 7. I should probably give Smallbone an 8 then, shouldn't I? Yes, I'll give Smallbone an 8. And then the other subs, Chiedozie, Ogbene, 7 as well. Took his goal well and looked like a real threat, and looked like he had a point to prove for being dropped. So yeah, look, it's good that these players are coming in, having a point to prove, and we get the win in the end, because that's what we needed. John Egan coming off the bench, I'd give him a 6.5. Again, he handled the Lithuanian striker quite well, which it looked like we were struggling at times. So yeah, that's been my player ratings. The rest of the players don't really get a rating because they weren't really on long enough. McLean, Parrott, Hendrick, they didn't really affect the game when they came on. They didn't really have that much time, to be fair. So yeah, that's my player ratings. Let us know the thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like the video if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon.